Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another LEGO build, or I guess lighting project would be a more appropriate term. I just realized I must have snapped that piece off. I'll have to bring it up. But anyways, today we're going to be lighting up the surf bar slash tiki bar. It's obviously a surf bar. I call it a tiki bar like nobody's business for some apparent reason. Now this is a custom lighting project and a custom build. So basically, this is a rebricked model based off of two of these surf shops from the creator setup. And the reason it is a double stacked Mills plate, if you haven't seen any of this project before, it is on my boardwalk. So I do everything double stacked, basically just to allow for like the sea level approach and some stuff like that. I like the look of it. I think it looks pretty cool. Now, this lighting project is not going to be anything too advanced in my opinion. I primarily just want to get this floor, and this floor. Yes, it has a missing window pane. No, I'm not going to fix it anytime soon. And you know why? I can't see it. It gets blocked by the boutique hotel anyways, so it's not too big of a concern for me if the back is a little beat up. But essentially, I want to get all three floors lit up, and then primarily, I want to make sure I have these two lanterns done. Now, this will probably be the first set that I haven't done a lamppost on the outside for. I'm debating it, but due to this being a half base plate, I can kind of skip a lamppost on this one and then just add maybe an extra one to the Daily Bugle, the boutique hotel. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm going to play it by ear, seeing how it actually looks with this set. I want still stuff out here, so maybe we'll do a lamppost, maybe not. You guys will obviously see at the end. If you're interested in building this really awesome and unique setup, I will have links in the description below, not only to my previous video, but Rebricked and Rebrickable if you want to take a look at his work. We feature him on the channel a lot. He's a good friend of mine. He's a great guy and an awesome creator. Always happy to support his group, and definitely, if you guys ever have any questions about like custom builds and stuff like that, I'm very active on my Instagram associate. So definitely check out some custom builds like this, especially if you have a Lego City and you're looking at doing some custom stuff. Obviously, the apartment building right there is custom. So is the sports center, which has a piece broken off of it. I keep having to actually go in my city and fix it, and the Lego store as well. So we got tons of stuff going on. I've been focusing primarily on medieval lately, and I've just really wanted to do a lighting project. So for Prime Day, a while back, I stocked up on a bunch of like just assorted light kits. One for the boutique hotel, and then a couple of like Assembly Square, I think it was. We've obviously already lit that building up on here, but if you've seen my custom lighting projects before, I tend to buy previous like light kits for buildings because I know what parts they have, and I generally just like having like a bunch of spares. That way, if anything breaks or if I get a little fancy with something, I can do something special. But yeah, this is going to be probably my first lighting kit in a while. I'm trying to think what the last one would have honestly been, and I can't think of it, because we did Barad-dûr, we did the little cabin. I honestly don't know. It's been a while since we did a light kit, but I'm definitely excited to get back into it. And as not as always, but Brixmax is one of the main companies that we use, as well as obviously Light My Bricks. Not sponsored by any of them. I've used Game of Bricks a couple times as well, just not as often. So my main thing, I run my entire system by city block. So individual USB cords that are going to be broken in, and I can show you the current layout of the city. So city block 1, 2, 3, and then up above is the rest of the city. So essentially 1, 2, 3, and then since there's skyscrapers involved in the background, they're much taller. Same thing with like the Haunted House, Daily Bugle, Avenger Tower. They're all run off of like their own system. Up top, I'm actually rigging it so I have an entirely another power inverted Ryobi battery, the 18 volt, which is what I always use to light up my Lego City. I'm completely rewiring a bunch of it, so I kind of want to get this done, and then after this we have to do the motel, which is another custom rebrickable kit, and then probably the boutique hotel last, just because it's on the end, and I want to get these buildings done first. So very, very excited. I don't want to ramble on too much, just kind of want to give you guys a heads up as to what's coming. So very, very excited about that. This will be going on sometime in November. I'm recording this as always early in October, so we'll see depending on how the new sets launch and everything like that. I definitely want to get a lot of stuff done, but there's also, you know, the X house or the X mansion, I think, coming out November 1st. So that could be pretty cool. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video if it helped you guys out, if it inspired you, or if you enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram if you guys are interested in checking out a lot of my other work. I'm starting a huge medieval story project coming soon to primarily my Instagram, maybe a little bit on this channel. And I'm excited. I'm working on a lot of like my end of the year 2024 stuff, and I'm so close as of recording this to another one of my like 4 main goals for this year for the channel. So we're close. We're so close. So thank you guys so much for everything that you do, and I'll see you at the end of the build, folks. All right. Well, I think that was the easiest, quickest lighting process I've ever done. Now, the only complaint really, yeah, I can kind of see one of the wires draped through. It is what it is. This building, like all mocks, for the most part, are a little bit fragile. So I'm not going to mess with it too much. Actually, I have the top roof off by a little bit, I believe. So I'll just fix that real quick. I'm struggling. It's fine. It's midnight. I'm a tired lad. I got to get up at 6 for work. I'm doing great. It's just a little off kilt up top. Anyways, my only real complaint besides being able to see some of these wires, these lanterns are on, as you can see kind of by the reflection here. You can tell that they are lit up, but it's a little bit tough where they are. Part of me thinks that maybe I should move them down here. I think that is definitely a possibility. However, I did wire it up top. So I'm going to wait. Once I add more details to this side of the boardwalk, which is not going to be anytime soon, I'll worry about that then. For now, I am running everything just off of the battery pack in the back. This cord is going to connect into a larger port system, either 8, 10, or 12. That's already there for the Shrimp Shack custom that I built, and then we'll go from there. But essentially, all I did was drape this wire through this window, pinch it tight, run it through, and you're good. The only lights I actually used for this, and I will continue to break the front of this thing every single time that I touch it, these pieces are not attached. You know, with alternate builds, sometimes you get some wacky areas. That's just a little bit of a fragile one. I've been meaning to bridge it across, but I just haven't worked too much on this area in a while, so it wasn't even on my mind. Strip light here, here, and here. So 3 strip lights, 2 15-centimeter yellow lights. You can also use white. I use the yellow just because I don't typically use yellow for a lot of things, so I wanted to make sure that I used the yellow where it was like useful, I guess is the best way to put it. And then 1 6-port connector, then 2 15-centimeter connection cables, and then a 30-centimeter going out the back. Depending on how you hook all of your sets up, it's different for everybody. Like I always said in the beginning of this video that I do by city block. I use ports, like similar to that, but much larger ones, wire all the buildings in, trace 1 USB cord out, down the back, and through the city, and then essentially just run it that way. There's actually USB cords running through these Mills plates, and I have a lot of other lighting videos. I'm not going to go through everything in here. I love doing lighting projects, and especially with customization, I love it. It's an absolute blast to do, and I am really, really happy with how this turned out. Now, let's actually get this wired into the boardwalk, and let's see what we're currently looking at. I might have to move the daily. I keep calling the boutique hotel the Daily Bugle. Let's say you know you're tired. I'm gonna probably have to move the boutique hotel for a bit, but I am really happy with how this turned out. I chose not to put a street lamp here just because I wanted to kind of leave it open, and I don't want to flood the boardwalk with too many street lamps, considering it doesn't entirely make sense for the boardwalk, I guess. But even then, I was debating doing something a little bit different for them. But for now, we're just going to keep using the white modular ones as we build. But yeah, let's get this put in the actual city. And I have a lot of wiring to do, unfortunately. All right, so got everything hooked up. I did leave the boutique hotel just on my desk for now, since it would be a little bit hard to see from here. But I actually really do like the lanterns from the side. I think they look a lot nicer. Obviously, you know, the big attraction up here is still going to be that amazing lighthouse in the background. We got some lanterns up top. I do have my lights on. I know that's a little hard. It's in the middle of the day. I was wiring this all night last night and just kind of wanted to get this finished in the morning. But you guys can definitely still tell that that and the Shrimp Shack are lit up. In terms of how I wired it, you can see kind of down through here, I have one 8-port, which is actually the newer style, just because it works. A lot of these lighting brands, if you didn't know, are switching a lot of their like plugs over to a little bit better technology, but that means pre-existing units have some trouble connecting. So essentially, all I did was combine these two buildings, left hopefully enough space for the next couple. If not, I can always expand or do a bigger port size, which is not too big of a concern. But once the boutique hotel's here, obviously it is going to block this from now. It is what it is. I only have so much room in the Lego room for this portion of the city. But in terms of the wiring, yeah, it's a mess. But, you know, the downstairs area of the city is just looking beautiful. Now, in terms of the actual cords, I run the USB cord right down the middle of it, line it up top, have a couple USB hubs set up in there. Definitely not full. I'm trying to like, you can see there's command strips on them and they still peel off. So I'm doing my best there. I got some like really heavy duty ones. I'm hoping that's going to make a difference. But once you're kind of ground level, aside from that one that fell in the back, you don't really notice it. But yeah, that's going to just about do it for this review, guys. Some custom lighting to the surf bar. Definitely happy to finally be working on this portion of the city. Next time, I will likely be doing the motel for a custom lighting feature. I still have to modularize this, still have to get all the mills placed and stuff, but we're just kind of starting bigger projects up here. So I am okay with just kind of working through it. And then the boutique hotel will have to be lit up as well. I'm going to see how big of a port I can actually get in here, but I might have to run multiple. It is what it is. It hides it pretty well in the back alley, and like I said, once these are modularized on the outside and once the boutique hotel is in, you won't really notice it. But I'm really excited. I was looking at what I'm going to do over here in the ocean. I want to tile it off, obviously, and make it shiny. I think that'll look beautiful, but I have two ideas that I want to do, and I might be able to do both. I want a fishing boat. Obviously, most of my day is spent fishing, and I would love to do a mech versus a kaiju like Pacific Rim thing. I think that would be super cool. I don't know if it'll work out. I still need to get lights on these two as well, but if I get a boat out there, a boat with some lights would look awesome as well. And this little fisherman is the wrong way. There we go. Not going to catch most off this side. But thank you all so much for joining me for another Lego build and a custom lighting project. Like I said, probably the motel next time and then the boutique hotel. But we'll see. I have plenty of other things lined up for the next few videos, so I'm really excited. Should take me, for the most part, through November. And then, obviously, like I said, once the new sets and stuff start arriving, we can go from there. I also have to decide where the X-Men's mansion is going to go. At the time of this video, I'm debating it, but you guys will probably have already seen it, so thank you guys so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video if it helped you out or you enjoyed it, and follow me on Instagram if you want more behind-the-scenes stuff for the Lego room, daily updates, and stuff like that, and I'll see you next time. Happy building, everybody.